Here's check-on stores we're following for you today on Robert Hood Radio. Dan Henry's Tri-State forecast calls for some morning rain, then breaks of sun with scattered showers or a storm for this afternoon. Low 60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and cooler, low 50s. Wednesday, mostly sunny, right around 50. We'll get the full details on that forecast in a few minutes. The public hearing to determine whether new Vance will be permitted to close maternity at Sharon Hospital has been postponed because the state needs more time to review the outpouring of testimony that's already been submitted. In the past month, since the initial hearing date was announced, the Office of Health Strategy, the office in charge of the hearing, has posted 54 letters from the community to its portal in support of maintaining services at Sharon Hospital. That is not all that has been submitted already, as members of Save Sharon Hospital have submitted letters that have not been printed or posted yet. Even though the hearing has been rescheduled, the OHS will continue to accept written testimony via email. Send to ohs@ct.gov, reference docket number 22-32511-CON. Of course, over the weekend, there was a big rally on Sunday on the Green in Sharon, put on by Save Sharon Hospital with speakers and more. And during the week, advocates prepared for the opportunity to fight for the Sharon maternity ward as the final community hearing was held in Kent by Save Sharon Hospital. Community forums have been held in almost all the local towns over the past month. New Vance officials have said the maternity ward is losing money, births are down, and the hospital's emergency room will handle urgent maternity cases. Linda Krug-Moore, the main organizer of Save Sharon Hospital, said the group's goal is to get as many community members as possible testifying at the hearing and urged that the unit not be closed. Victor Germatt, board member of the Sharon Hospital Financial Support Report, gave a history of Sharon Hospital, which opened as a nonprofit in 1907. Dr. Howard Mortman of Sharon OBGYN been a strong opponent of New Vance's plan to shut down the maternity unit, where he's practiced for 31 years. He spoke in Kent. And Dr. David Kurish, a 41-year internist at Sharon Hospital, spoke in Kent, expressing his concern about New Vance's other plan, downgrading the intensive care unit into a progressive care unit. He said many of the ICU nurses have left because they aren't able to work in an area for which they're trained. At recent debate in the studio of NBC, Connecticut and West Hartford, Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont was asked what he sees as the government's role when hospitals are looking to close, merge, or end important services. Lamont responded, quote, "It's really important that the primary care and maternity care be wisely and broadly available. If they don't have good maternity care in Northwest and Northeast Connecticut, young families are a lot less likely to move there. Pregnancies could be more at risk." He went on to say, "I think the State Office of Health Strategy understands getting the balance right better than anybody. We've said no to a couple of efforts to close down maternity care. We're now working to make sure there's basic levels of care widely available with appropriately distanced throughout the state of Connecticut." In New York State, former Lieutenant Governor Bob Duffy has called on the current governor and party leaders in the state legislature to convene a special session to reassess bail reform policies amid rising violence in the city of Rochester. In a letter to Hochul and also to Republicans, he outlined recent acts of violence in Rochester and concluded, "I've never seen the issues of crime and public safety be as bad as they are today." In Rhinebeck, Soho House is coming to Rhinebeck. The exclusive hotel brand building farmhouse-style locations, that London-based luxury treat is bringing new life to a historic Grassmere property in the town of Rhinebeck. Soho House, which has locations in 18 countries and is known for its exclusive membership of the famous and creative, is hoping to start a construction project in the spring on a boutique hotel concept. While the public will be able to book accommodations at the Rhinebeck location, day access will be restricted to members. It was immediately unclear what elements would be restricted. The developer plans to restore the aged manor and house to include 12 room accommodations. There'll also be 21 separate cabins with studio 1 and 2 bedroom units. The stone barn will become a restaurant space with the carriage house to be adopted into a bar, lounge, and performance area. There'll also be a spa facility. New Vance Health has named Dawn Woodruff as Chief Nursing Officer at Sharon Hospital. As part of their continued investment in the region, New Vance has appointed Dawn Woodruff Chief Nursing Officer at the hospital. She brings 35 years of healthcare experience and has worked at Sharon Hospital for more than 8 years, most recently serving as Director of Patient Care Services since 2020. A controversial bronze marker has gone missing. The plaque recounts a disputed tale of native slaughter. Out of Great Barrington, filed under the category of least missed object, the bronze plaque that disappeared mysteriously from Bridge Street this year was so unpopular that few noticed it was gone. It marked the disputed site of a nearby massacre of Native Americans, but described the killings as a dispersal and memorialized the acts of a savage colonizer. Town officials say they had nothing to do with the disappearance. The preeminent Berkshire County historian also didn't know it was gone, and the removal was news to current members of the group that had erected the plaque in 1987. Taking a look at some meetings going on in and around our tri-state region this week in Sharon. The American Rescue Plan Act is meeting today at 4:30, Board of Education at 6, and the Park and Recreation at 6:30. Sharon Housing Authority meets tomorrow at 5. The Transfer Station Advisory Committee, Track Committee for Salisbury and Sharon, they meet October 19th at 5 p.m. In Salisbury today at 5:30, Pathways Committee, the Salisbury Affordable Housing Subcommittee Community Sort Group for Affordable Housing meets at 6 p.m. and the Planning and Zoning Commission meets at 6:30. Tomorrow, the Salisbury Historic District Commission has their special meeting at 6 p.m. The Board of Finance, their quarterly meeting. On Wednesday, as we said, the Salisbury Sharon Track Committee meeting at 5, Salisbury Economic Development Commission meeting at 5:30. On Thursday at 5:30, the Salisbury Affordable Housing Commission has a meeting. In Falls Village tonight, the Board of Finance has their regular meeting at 6:30, followed by the Board of Selectmen at 7. In Cornwall coming up tomorrow, the Board of Selectmen have a meeting via Zoom. On the 19th at 4:15, the Board of Education has a Zoom meeting in the library of the Cornwall Consolidated School. Also on the 19th, a Zoom meeting for the Cornwall Housing Forum. October 20th at 10:30 in the morning, the Cornwall Conservation Commission has a meeting via Zoom. In Kent, the Park and Rec has their regular meeting tonight at 7 p.m. Coming up on Wednesday, Board of Finance at 6 p.m. And the Board of Selectmen have their regular meeting on Thursday at 6:30. Village of Millerton, their regular meeting will be held on October 24th at 6 p.m. Northeast Zoning Review Committee meeting is October 17th, 4:30 to 6. Meeting to be held at the Town of Northeast Town Hall. Ancrum, New York, the Town Board meeting and public hearing happens October 20th at 7 p.m. Ancrum Zoning Board of Appeals meeting on the 24th at 7:30. In Pine Plains, the Town Board Workshop meeting happens tomorrow at 7 p.m. Town Board meeting on the 20th at 7. In Hillsdale, New York, the Town of Hillsdale Budget Workshop will be held tonight at 6 p.m. And the Hillsdale-Copic Fire District meeting will be held on Thursday, the 20th, from 6 until 9 p.m. Multiple flu clinics are scheduled this fall by the VNA. The next one comes up at the Sharon Pharmacy on Thursday, the 20th, from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. Our business brief is underwritten by Morgan's at the Interlaken. They have a regular menu, a tapas menu, and dinner specials nightly, interlakeninn.com. You'll find them on Facebook and Instagram. And by Salisbury Bank, salisburybank.com. Dow Jones Industrial Average will start off today at 29,634.83. The S&P 500 at 3583.07. And the Nasdaq starts off today at 10,321.39. We'll take a look at the tri-state forecast. That'll come your way in just a few moments.